A top 25 battle to open up Big Ten play. Michigan State on the road to take on Minnesota. Hey, how are you folks? Jason Horowitz. Glad to be with you here on CBSSports.com, breaking down college basketball all season long, previewing games all season long. And for this one, we bring in our CBSSports.com college basketball columnist, Gary Parrish. And Gary, let's just start with the timing of this game. It's a noon tip on a Wednesday. Now, I know kids aren't in school right now, but why a noon tip for a Big Ten opener?
To avoid the conflict with the Minnesota football team, which is in a bowl game that night. So you give Minnesota fans an opportunity to watch the basketball team in a big-time Big Ten game, early afternoon, take a little nap, get a little something to eat, and then get ready for the bowl game that night. Plus, who wants to spend New Year's Eve in a basketball arena, right?
That's a very good point, as opposed to spending it New Year's Eve in Arizona, watching the football game where they take on Kansas and then going out afterwards in the Arizona air. Let's talk about this basketball game, though, Gary. And when you look at Minnesota, it's a team that is undefeated. Ralph Sampson III just came off a career high. Is this team for real?
Honestly, I'm still not 100% sold. The schedule has been weak up until the game against Louisville. And they caught Louisville at a weird time. Louisville just played in Cincinnati late Thursday night, have to turn around, play, two and a half days later on a neutral court in a weird environment. And so they catch Louisville there. They got the win over Louisville. Look, that's nice. I don't want to discount it too much, but let's put it in perspective. Western Kentucky also has a win over Louisville. Still, Tubby Smith is getting it done. That's not debatable. And all we need to know about Minnesota, we're going to know by the end of the week. They got Michigan State, then comes Ohio State. So regardless of what I think about them now, I don't think they're as good as a lot of people think right now, but perfectly respectable and a probable NCAA tournament team. But we'll learn a lot about them over the next 5, 6, 7 days.
Well, they are. The Golden Gophers are off to their best start in 60 years. Meanwhile, for Michigan State, got off to a bad start. Are they past that, Gary?
I think so, yeah. I mean, they got caught by Maryland and blasted by Carolina, and that sort of shaped everybody's opinion. But in the Maryland game, Raymar Morgan gets in foul trouble. Delvon Rowe is still hobbling around, and Gordon Suton's out. They were basically without their small forward, power forward, and center for most of that game. So you can sort of understand if you go back and look at how that game, and then Maryland gets a guy who averaged literally like a point a game for his career, knocked down 4 3-pointers. So, if you go back and look at that game specifically, you can see how it unfolded. Then the North Carolina thing, look, that was awful, but a lot of people are going to take that from North Carolina this year. But now they've won 4 straight, including the win over Texas, and I think the worst is behind them now that Gordon Suton is back.
Is he the key to this team, Gary? Is he the key for Michigan State to maybe win the Big Ten title?
It appears so. I mean, with Delvon Rowe still in recovery and Suton out, it was tough for Tom Izzo. He runs a lot of things through Suton, so without him, Michigan State could not run the same offense it can run with him. They're 6-0 with Suton, 2-3 without him. I think there's something to that stat.
All right, who wins this game and what's the key?
I think Michigan State wins it, and I think the key is, again, let's go. Suton's back, Rowe's getting better, and Raymar Morgan is an all-conference type player. I think they got more talent. I mean, one of the things you'll hear from me consistently is that I usually like the team with the best players, and Michigan State has the best players. I still don't think they're the Final Four team just yet that some people thought they might be, and I don't even think they're as good now as they will be, say, in late February or March when Rowe gets a little healthier. But I still like their talent level, and I think they can start making up for that bad start and go get one at Minnesota this week.
And if Kalen Lucas can be consistent in the backcourt, it'll be that much better of a Spartans team. Gary Parrish, thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, folks, and for more on this game or any other here this week as we head into the weekend, by the way, Happy New Year, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com. For Gary Parrish, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care, folks.